So the projection shattered our one mind. Yeah, that's true. But I think as we got pulled in here, and I've talked about this, this is our consciousness or our spirit or whatever. And then we got pulled into a false reality, which means we have to take on a body, which is the soul body. This thing's plugged, I've drawn this before, plugged into the matrix, and it's sending hypnosis to our soul or our spark. So our spark does not remember what it's doing or where it is. It's hypnotized, and it's hypnotized to project an image of itself out here, outside of itself, which is our light body. That was supposed to be a human. And then that is mirrored to, and our physical body is a mirror reflection of that. So anyway, when I'm seeing stuff around people, which I'm going to talk about, I think I'm talking about that in this video in a little bit. Yeah, I am going to talk about it. I think just very briefly mention it. Maybe you'll understand. So when I do work on somebody, I work on their light body, but because this is directly connected to the soul, and I call this the soul tube. This connection here, it's at the chest or the heart, connects there. So it's like projecting outward. The thing is, this is saying that we all got shattered. Yes, when we got sucked in though to this, and took on the body, they took a bunch of these souls with sparks in them, and all these souls, their minds were all brought together into one soul mind. We are one, we are one, so that we would all project the same world and the same images and to keep this world going. And then what they did is they shattered this into a million shards, glass shards, an infinity mirror. And that went into all these other dimensions, realities, whatever here. So then we're all over the place. But the key to this is we're not all the same. We're not all one until we get in here and we're told we're all one. But we're actually unique individuals, unique creators. So that's a whole New Age myth. We are one, atonement, at one, all that stuff. But basically, it's a mind program putting us into soul groups to visualize a certain matrix or a certain world or whatever. And so that we keep the vision the same. We're all hypnotized to keep it the same. So what's interesting about this whole thing is, as I was going through that tunnel of light and as I was exiting, everything seemed to go to the left. Now, if we're in an inverted system, that means this is really going towards the right. And it was a linear line all the way out to those people welcoming me. And I think where the people are is where you meet up with your family, and then you get chosen who's going back in or whatever happens. So it's interesting that I was going to the right, but with going to my soul, I kind of went forward, like not up, but like straight ahead, looking up on this two-dimensional screen, but I just went forward. And so the soul just kind of led me straight through. There was no effort involved. We were just like zooming straight ahead so fast I wasn't really seeing what was around me or anything. So this is what I saw then. I got to this point. Let me read my notes because I don't even understand. It's hard to remember because I was in such an altered state. So what I saw was I came to this edge of something. And I was kind of like in the dark again, kind of, but it was like an edge and there was nowhere to go. So this was my light body here, or I'm sorry, my soul and me. So the whole soul, the soul and the light body. I don't think there's the light body's there anymore. If you're, go back to your soul, you just become one with the soul, with the spirit in here. And what I saw was actually, let me draw this a little better. This hand. So I'm over here on this side. And I saw a hand come through. So I reached out my hand and grabbed it. And this wall was like made of mercury or something that was similar to it. You know how mercury, if you try to touch it, it scatters, and then you pull your finger away and it just all comes back together again like a solid. So it was some kind of passable wall, felt synthetic. And I was pulled through. But the weird thing is as I was about to be pulled through, suddenly I was over here and I was this hand pulling myself through. So it was like it flipped. And I don't know if that's the inversion or this is actually where I really am. This is just the soul body passing through. So when this soul body crossed this barrier here, this mercury-like barrier, the soul body itself, this thing, was like removed or discarded. So it was the discarding of the soul body. And I think as I started to move through this wall, and this was disappearing, the body around my spirit, I instantly switched to being over here. And I think I saw a hand here, because once you enter the false, you have to take on bodies. But anyway, so then I think this space I was in over here was the Tesseract that holds everything. So I do think that was the Tesseract space. I didn't feel like I was out yet. Let me see what my notes say here. So what has to happen from here is, where do I have this written down so that I can, something from the outside then. Okay, this space is the Tesseract. Help from the outside can now get me out. So now I'm in that Tesseract, but I'm not in a soul body anymore where I'm perceiving that I'm over here. I'm now back where I really am, just as I got sucked in through this Tesseract, which probably has a black hole here, which is probably on the left side, but this is inverted, so it's probably showing here. So this is where I came in to the Tesseract. So I'm right at the edge here, right at the edge of getting out. And something from out here has to help me get out. And that's, now they can access me to help me get out. And possibly because they might have closed the black hole that I came in on. But that's what I saw. And so you get to this point and you're awake, you're basically out of here. You're either going to have the way out or something from the outside can access you now and get you out.